Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are we all doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Okay. Today I'm very early. Usually I'm told that I come very late, but today I'm very early. Um, hmm, what am I trying to do? Yeah, so as always, Monday, I spend my Mondays trying to grind my elo up. Like I said, we've been having some bad time recently. My rating has really dropped by a lot. So yeah, we're going to see if we can get back the rating either within the stream or off the stream. I did play some games off stream, and it was quite even. So it was like a win loss, win loss, win loss, win loss, and then I lost an extra game, and then I was like, okay, that's about it. Yeah. So I actually lost rating in that whole scheme of things. But it's funny. It feels like because of the streamer versus viewers, my blitz is much better because I switched to blitz and I did much better on blitz. But once again, welcome to the stream. As always, I'm starting. Wait, no, oh my goodness, my YouTube is showing the wrong thumbnail. That sucks. Oh, that means the whole of today I'm going to be saying that I'm not doing streamer versus viewers. That's a very annoying. Okay. Because I'd have to end the stream and start again. As well. Okay, let's just get on with things. We are playing as black here. Pawn push is the idea. So pawn push, let's say rook comes in here. I can play rook here. If rook takes, king takes, pawn push here. Because if you promote, then that's checkmate. So pawn push here, king comes in this way, then we have enough time to come in this way. And then we go. That's like if my opponent allows it. That's not exactly what's going to happen. There are many intermezzo checks my opponent can make. There are many intermezzo checks my opponent can make. If, for example, I go pawn push, let's say he comes in and I come in here, he does have checks, right? So it's not like a foregone conclusion. But so far, pawn push looks at him with a viable option. Muhammad, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please, once again, to everybody, I did not notice it until now. Ignore the YouTube thumbnail. Mondays is just me grinding my elo. So ignore the YouTube thumbnail. That's if you're on YouTube. Trying to see if there's anything else I would want to do, like check. Check, he comes in here. Pawn push. Oh, actually, that's interesting. So check if the king, he can't go forward because the rook is there. He can't come in here because of the pawn. So check, king comes at pawn push. Now, even if the rook tries to block it, you can promote it. Rook takes, pawn push, you can stop it because now this is, okay, that's actually much better. Because here your opponent can stop it. Right, with rook a7. So check. Check, what if my opponent blocks? Check, what if rook blocks? Then we take. We take with check. King takes, pawn push. Pawn push with check. King moves, and we step our queen here because now we can either win the pawn or win this pawn. Yeah, so it has to be check. And we go pawn push. Yeah. Nice. So just to kind of show you the lines that I'm talking about here, we take here, pawn push, pawn push. It would have been fine for my opponent, albeit that was a very wrong word to use here. That was the second thing. The first line, the problem with the first line is that my opponent, first of all, can do this. and my opponent doesn't have to play into my hand, right? Like, then you can just start checking. That kind of stuff. It doesn't have to play into my hand. So that was that. Okay. Oh, how many of you guys watch the ECW? How many of you guys watch the ECW? Oh my goodness. Oh, that was crazy. I followed quite a number of it, not everything. Just like the key matches I wanted to watch. Like Magnus versus Hans, Hikaru versus Alireza, Magnus versus Denis Lazovic, and then Magnus versus Alireza. Lagan, how you doing? Again, ignore the YouTube thumbnail. I thought every new stream you need to do a new thumbnail and those kind of things, so I didn't even check it. Yeah, but it was crazy. How Magnus ended the tournament was sick. Like I've never seen such confidence in sacrificing a queen in the opening. I've never seen such confidence. It wasn't like the normal exchange where you exchange a queen for 2 rooks kind of thing. No, in the opening. And he was literally just up a single piece. I have never seen such a goated position in my life. This is actually very difficult. Check here. The reason I'm considering, for example, when you are considering these things, you want to look at the most limiting moves, right? The moves that give your opponent the less amount of options on how to respond. Nihal Sarin. The reason I didn't watch the no Xmax, sorry, the YouTube thumbnail is wrong. I didn't notice it until I started streaming. I'm not taking challenges today. It's not Monday. I don't do that at all. I'm very sorry. I would have to restart the stream if I want to delete it, and that's just another annoying thing. Tomorrow I will be taking challenges. So yeah, you want to hey, sorry about that. But this one here today is my fault, so I can't really listen. I'm very sorry about that. But tomorrow I'll take challenges. So you want to take the most limiting option. So I'm looking at this because chess is hard. No, but he made it look easy. Look, like Magnus made it look easy. That's the thing. Like, I don't know if that's a line that these grandmasters know. You know, there are these strange lines that they know. Magnus made that thing look easy. It's like he wasn't even struggling. It's like, look, bro, you sacrifice a queen. Like, how do you sacrifice a queen? But the compensation was crazy. Either you put me in a better position or you draw. Look. We are going to be seeing that line a lot in Blitz and Rapid games. It was a draw line. That's the thing. It was a draw line. But the point is, it's either you take the draw or you suffer. I'm not saying that Black cannot survive that. Black can definitely survive that in a classical game. But like, oh my goodness. He sacrificed the queen. I was like, what in heaven is going on? You could call it the Berlin of the Caro-Kann. You could call it the Berlin of the Caro-Kann. So check. It's a check here. King can move to 2 squares. These are already 2 squares my opponent can move to. That's why I always say, like, go for the limiting option. I could go this way, but it gives my opponent the option of coming in this way, and I don't know what else happens after that. That's kind of like why I'm looking at this. So check, our opponent can come in here, and then what? Let's say we check again. Now we've covered all these 3 squares. Our opponent either comes here or here or here. In view of him going here, we have knight comes in here, check. In view of him going here, I don't know what happens. Yeah, that was it. That was literally it. And I have never seen that line in my entire life. I have never seen, like, I saw the whole bishop configuration. I was like, oh, he just has to capture right now. If he doesn't capture, he's in trouble. Then he just goes knight g4 or knight g5, targeting the f7 square. I'm like, bro, what is going on here? For a second, I'm sure some people were thinking, alien gambit. Because it was kind of similar. Most of the GMs are way beyond their understanding. They show their results like 8 or 9 moves later. Yeah, no, actually, it was very... After the trade happened, it was very clear to see that Magnus was playing for a draw. It was very clear to see that Magnus was playing. Like, you saw that it's either you accept the draw or you suffer, right? You can come out of it. There's no denying that Black could survive that, but you will suffer, right? And in chess, that's where you want to be. Even if the game is a draw, if your opponent is suffering, they are prone to making mistakes. And you could see that Black was suffering. Like, Black was suffering. Granted, Magnus had to make the best moves, and he was making them in very short time, but that was like impressive. Check here just gives my opponent too many options, so I don't really care about that one. Kojira, come on. I'm looking at this. I don't see any other. Like, this one's very complex for me. Oh, wait. Are we just attacking the queen? No, it doesn't work. Like, we could attack the queen this way, it could hide this way, we could attack it this way, but then there's ticks. So it can't be that. Could be though. Because the queen takes with check. If the queen wasn't taking with check, that's a different story. But Kojawaka, I hope you watch the games. I didn't watch any of the like beginning side when they were the last chance qualifiers. I didn't watch any of that. This is the only threatening like move that exists amongst all of them. I mean, we could start with this, but I don't see the point. Targeting the knight, but I don't see the point. Let's say our opponent goes down, then what? The most forcing move amongst everything is this move. I can't see it. I honestly can't see anything. This is actually very difficult for me. I would like to go here, but then there's queen. I'm actually not sure what I'm doing here. Okay, let me just see if there's something I can figure out. Rook d8, queen h7. Where you saw 1 or 2 of... Yeah, I'm also like I want to, since right now I have to try and grind to like 1,000 subs. I'm thinking about streaming more often, but that well, we'll get to that. I'm sure this is wrong. I don't know. Is it this? Yeah. What? Wait, I don't get. No. I need an explanation on this. Why? Like, this felt like the obvious move because it's the only move that forced something. So ideally I should have played it because it's a puzzle, but I don't see the follow-up. Like, what's the point? I don't see it. I need someone to explain. Oh, now I see it. Check, king moves, and now you have this because now the queen can't run and there's no check. Oh, that was so funny. Funny enough, I looked at this knight. I was like, oh, what can this knight do? But because in the first line, I was always calculating the knight coming in here, my mind kind of blanked out on this move. I think that's the case, because the whole issue I'm having with this is I would like to attack the queen, but if I'm to play knight here right now, the queen just takes, and that's just losing. So I need another way to defend this. Bringing this here is not going to work. Attacking this here, that doesn't do anything for me. right? And I was also looking at knight coming in here, but I'm like, okay, attack the rook and then what? Right? I was also like, I was thinking about something. I was like, oh, if this pawn was forward, maybe I could come here. But it's simply just check the king moves, and then now the queen is under attack. Or now the queen is on pre. And that's it, right? I guess that's it. Let me just check with the engine. Knight f3, exactly. Oh, that was so stupid. This is an interesting one. I feel like you have to go pawn push first. Pawn push, pawn push, pawn push, pawn push. Knight takes check, knight check. Knight check, king moves. Then you take the bishop because now you're targeting this square. And then you are done. So I feel like it's pawn push, pawn push, pawn push. If pawn push, knight check, king has to move, probably to defend the bishop. Take the bishop because now they can promote. Once they take the bishop, then you can promote. But that doesn't win you the game. So that's why I'm not for that move. That's like a draw in my opinion. Okay. What about pawn push, check. Wait, maybe not that. If I play here, my opponent can jump in here. Pawn push here, pawn push. It's getting complex. So king e4, king f6, pawn push. If pawn push again, we play pawn push. No. Wait. King e4. I should stop drawing the lines. King e4, king f6. King e4, king f6. c6, f3. King takes f3. Bishop takes f3. No. Knight check. King attacks the knight. King takes pawn. It's still a draw. Let me try and like demonstrate the line. I'm looking at this. What do you call it? Sorry. This. If this, and now the king comes in, I come in, he comes in, and it's still a draw. Could it simply be with the first line I'm thinking? Like, when do I play this check? Maybe pawn push, check. King comes in. Or check now. Okay, so let's say check now. King comes in. Pawn push. Pawn push, he just plays bishop takes. So takes here. King takes. Pawn push. It's still a draw. No. Sorry. Please, my YouTube guys, it's a mistake. The thumbnail is a mistake. I might have to restart the stream. I don't know. I'm not doing that today. Oh my goodness. What could the move be? Because pawn push, or it could be just king here, pawn push, It still doesn't make any sense. Okay, if bishop takes, we promote and we can stop this guy. I don't know if that's the case. If I come in here and he plays pawn push now, I take bishop takes, king comes in here, king comes in here, and then that's about it. Oh boy, this makes it complex. Okay. I just go pawn push. Oh no, it still doesn't work. That's the first line I considered. Yeah, that's the first line I considered. Wait. Check. No. We play pawn push again. If bishop takes, we promote. So pawn push again, then my opponent is supposed to play pawn push here. In which case, I can go knight check, king comes in, takes, king takes, pawn push, promotes. Or is the move check? Wait, pawn push, check, king moves, we take the pawn. King moves, we take the pawn. No, but the king can also move here. Yes, then we take the pawn with check. Then bishop has to take it and pawn push. Oh. That was so annoying. No, you take the pawn. Take the pawn with check. Yeah, I think that's the solution that I was looking for. I think this was what I was looking for, because I was looking at this and I was like, oh wait, we come in here with check. If our opponent comes in here, he's blocking the bishop, so we can take, right? The thing is, if the king comes in here, I was thinking, let's just make a funny line like how do I put it? Like, there's a line I was imagining. I can't really show it here, but the point is, now we take the pawn with check. If our opponent tries to hide, we still promote. Oh, that was interesting, but that was infuriating. That was infuriating for somebody. I'm sure it was very simple, but for me, it wasn't so simple. Today, how have you been? I think it's been long since I last saw you. I don't think I've even seen you on Kivo and then Kiho and Master John and John's stream. I've not seen you on their streams for a while. I'm mostly just Lek, and I've not seen you in a while, if my memory serves me well. Okay, so we can set up a mate. Our opponent doesn't have any immediate checks with the queen, so we have this with ideas of checkmate here. If we start with this and our opponent goes all the way to the back, we can double and threaten that, but that doesn't work. I think because you're trying to help her improve. Yeah, if the king comes in, we just step all the way. If here and the king steps in, we just block the queen. But for me, the first move has to be this. I just want to figure out how I deal with this. Doubling here it's a fork threat. Your opponent can dodge, which is my big issue. So that's why I don't like it. So the other thing I'm thinking about is doubling here. But then there's no mate threat. We can check, king comes in here, check, king comes in here. Come in this way, attacking the queen. Queen moves, come in this way. That's the best I can figure out in this whole position. I want to get into the game, so I kind of want to solve the puzzles soon. But let's start with this. This was my issue. I can do this, but I don't know. This is why I was saying doubling here. But the queen just dodges, and there's no like mate threat. Actually, it's there. I don't know. Like the point I'm trying to do is I'm trying to move the king far away from the defense of the square, then attack the queen. Queen has to move, and now I can target that square. But the suspicion I have is that the queen is going to hide here, and I'm not going to have a rook on that square. If you can see the thing I'm envisioning. So for example, if I go in this way, my opponent plays pawn push, I go check, my opponent comes in here, I come in check, my opponent goes this way, I go this way, the queen now comes in here, and I don't have access to... Wait! I just have access to this. Wait, that might be it. Oh no, double. None of that. My two ideas were wrong. Rook e2. Oh! Oh! Wait, it doesn't trap it? Well, I thought it trapped it. Oh, I get it now. Check, check, check. Oh my god. Oh my god. The same idea but the wrong execution. Oh, damn it. Rook e to c2 is crazy. 3, how did you notice that? That's crazy. This was my... Let me just demonstrate my idea. The queen is blocked, so we expect that our opponent pushes this way. Check here to get the king far away from the defense of this square, which is where I was targeting my checkmate. But then we come in here. Oh, I now see my issue with... Yeah, we come in here targeting the queen, and I was thinking that once the queen comes in here, we simply have this move, and that's mate. But maybe he just takes. I don't think that works. Like, even if you just take here, pawn push, here, pawn push, I mean, this is still fine, right? Because I go in this way, king comes in this way, it doesn't really matter. You go pawn, like that. I was thinking that this is still even fine. So maybe here, and still, I still think this is fine, because check, if queen blocks, we take, king takes. Maybe not. Yeah, because our opponent is just going to stop us, and we can't get access to this pawn. Okay, now it makes sense. Wait, queen f1, rook c1. What? Wait, queen f. You're saying if You're saying if this. Sorry, let me just go through the line again. Here. If queen here blocks here. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, true. You just win the queen. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That was annoying. That was very annoying. How do you grandmasters? Okay. Rugby. Yeah, no, but I understood exactly what you were talking about. Yeah. Okay, so guys, like I said, I've been suffering recently. Streaming more won't attract viewers at this stage. No, it's not about streaming more per se. It's about like having different things, you know. Personally, the way I wanted it was Monday I just elo grind, so that people can like see my thought process in real time versus people of equal skill level. Then Tuesday we will take positions from the games I've played, or positions from real-time games, or positions that you're supposed to learn growing up in chess, and then we would study them together. Then on Fridays I would play the viewers. Right? What happened? Then on Fridays I would play the viewers. But every single time, this is what literally happens. No matter, like if I do the steady streams, people don't really show up. everybody is just mostly interested in, I want to play you, I want to play you, I want to play you. So I'm like, okay, people don't really care about learning chess. That's the sad thing I'm beginning to realize, is that like I was hoping I would teach people chess with streaming. Of course I wouldn't show everything, because I still need to work with my coaching, right? But I realized people struggle learning chess, and I was like, oh, let's use these streams to be helping people learn chess. But all anyone is interested in doing anytime they come on the stream is, I want to play you, I want to play you. I'm not against that. That's why like I put it on Fridays. But I realized, okay, people are not really interested in learning chess. Let's just play them more. So I'm thinking about even doing like puzzle streams where we do puzzle racer, or like I try and do that puzzle rush grind and all those kinds of things. So that's basically, the more I stream, the more I realize that people don't care about what exactly you are trying to do. You know, that's why Gotham doesn't do educational content as much. I'm not saying he doesn't do it anymore, but he doesn't do it as much because you realize that people don't care so much about the educational content. Meanwhile, majority of chess players are unskilled, right? Majority of chess players are unskilled. Yeah, so that's how low my rating has become. From 2054, we have now become 1944. So yeah, so I realize that people just want to have more. As a streamer, I think as a streamer, so let me just say it, let me just qualify it as a streamer. Not that people generally don't like playing chess. I think when people join chess streams, they are more interested in playing against the streamer. I think that's a better way to qualify. Not that people don't actually want to learn chess. I have to be very careful with my words sometimes. So, but yeah. So I'm thinking about more ways to interact with the audience. So I'm thinking about puzzle racer. I'm thinking about puzzle racer. I'm thinking about what again does lichess offer? Okay, we are going for a Carlsbad structure. He's going for a minority attack, which kind of doesn't make any sense. No. Check his early content. Early before COVID. And even when COVID happened, there was a bit of educational content from Gotham. He used to be very, even his shorts were actual lessons. Right now it's all entertainment, right? Again, I'm not bashing him on that at all. That's not what I'm saying. But you realize that, okay, if you are trying to build something, you have to appeal to what the audience is interested in. And I'm coming to the same conclusion as Gotham. I'm not kidding you. I'm coming to the same conclusion as Gotham. E5 I have to stop, so I think I just have to play knights. Like I was thinking I have to go here and stop whatever he's doing here, but E5 is a big issue, so let's just stop the knight. No, actually if I play knight now, the bishop is just going to annoy me. So let's play it this way. Very shallow. I think maybe we have, okay, if you are saying shallow in regards to the information that he presents, I will agree. Right, he gives the bare minimum, and I think that's what most people do, right? Because you still want to, again, 3, you don't forget that Gotham appeals to beginners, so he really dumps things down. Like if you are an experienced player in chess, you will absolutely not like Gotham's content. Like if you are skilled in chess, you definitely will not like his content. And he knows that. He says that himself. My camera is perfect with that shade. Like if you're a skilled chess player, you just don't like Gotham's content. And that's like true. That's like the case. Personally, I don't watch what he does. Right? I like to watch the recaps when I don't watch a tournament. And he's very consistent in that. But like if again, somebody's going to be watching and going to be like, I'm a Gotham hater. Nowhere near that. Like everything I'm saying, he himself acknowledges it. He himself says these things that I'm saying. So this is not in any way a bash to Gotham. If you are decent skill in chess is like 1800 going thereabout. Okay, some Magnus will say 1200, you are fine. But like, what I'll say is decent is like 1500, 1600 thereabout, like going towards the 1800 thereabout. 1600 can still benefit from Gotham. Like 1900, 2000. Not that Gotham doesn't it's like it's like I have to say one thing and then defend myself at the same time. Because I don't want anyone to go out of this thinking that I don't like Gotham in any way. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm sure like anyone who purchases his like coaching content benefits greatly from it, right? His one-on-one coaching. But then he has to dumb things down and focus on his audience. And his audience really don't know anything about chess. Like his audience really suck at chess. And he's aware of that, right? And he's presenting chess in a way that they will understand. And with that, that's everybody's cool with that. I think everybody's cool with that. It's just that like if you are a bit decent in chess, you'll be like, this guy is not teaching anything much, right? And I think that's where his criticism falls into, in that it's like you could be doing more, you know. But there are many people really wanting to learn chess, especially intermediate players who want to play with a streamer. But there are many people really wanting to learn chess, especially intermediate players. The people who want to play with a streamer are mostly beginners. Yeah, I would agree. But then that's the thing. When you look at the chess demographic, more players are lower rated than higher rated. So if you want to do well as a streamer in regards to your audience in chess, you have to appeal to the larger one, right? Exactly. And that's the point I'm trying to make, right? The better you become at chess, you personally will not like Gotham's content, right? You get to understand that, oh, he's appealing to a specific audience, and that audience is not me. And once you realize that you are not his target audience, you just stop watching. And no beef there, right? No beef there. Personally, I only watch his recaps. I don't watch. I watch his recaps and I watch his Road to GM series, because Gotham and I have a similar mindset. Like we both struggle mentally when it comes to chess, right? We struggle mentally when it comes to chess. So I could do I go 1 square or 2 squares? I don't want to go 2 squares though. Because I'm targeting this. If he takes here, I take here. Yeah, so I always wanted to see how he works on his mental, right? Most of the chess YouTubers that don't appeal to the beginners don't have very strong streams. Like don't have very strong viewership on their YouTube channel. Just check it. The question is, what do you want to do? So you have to either choose between. Oh wait, could I have done something else? Yeah, then I made a mistake there. Then I definitely made a mistake there. I was trying to, I should have gone all the way back and probably this would have worked, but unfortunately I didn't. Oh gosh. A very strange move, but you understand it. So yeah, if you are that's why I always say that if you are new to chess and you want to learn chess, watch Gotham. I think he's the best in regards to beginners, right? But if you really want to improve, you would have to look somewhere else. So I would recommend Ginger GM, John Bartholomew, right? But to each his own, whatever you are looking for. Pawn push. My shots are mainly highlight. No, whenever you see a highlight from my stream, it means I've not planned a shot. There's a shot coming in like an hour and 9 minutes. Three is an elitist. I tell you, three is a chess elitist. I have to win this game. I'll try. 3 is a chess elitist. I tell you. 3 is a chess elitist. Oh my goodness. So we take here. Three, then that is where we disagree. Then that is where we disagree. I think he teaches things of substance. Like 3, focus on the keyword here. Beginner. Beginner. Like somebody who absolutely knows nothing in chess. Like 900. Like, don't miss the target audience. The beginner. You were once a beginner. Like, so you should understand what I mean by beginner. Like a beginner who knows nothing will benefit from his channel for sure. There's check here. Okay, so I can check and I can attack his queen. Wait, do I want to use the other rook? Maybe. I can check. I can attack his queen. And now we have to think. So my idea has to do with like knight here, check. King, if pawn takes, then I can take here. But I don't know if knight check, king goes in. Yeah, I just take the other knight, right? The rook. That's the idea. Truth is, sometimes I forget how deep beginner level is. That was more than a decade ago. Yeah, like don't forget. Like when I say beginner, you should understand. Like a beginner literally doesn't know anything. So knight g3 check. If pawn takes, we take here, and mate is unstoppable. Check here. Rook takes. I don't like it. It's not threatening. It's not strong for me. But I don't know. Check here. Okay, so let's say check here. Let's say the king moves in here. Oh wait, can't I just sacrifice the queen and then go checkmate? Yeah, I can. Right? Yeah, I can just sacrifice the queen and go checkmate. Yeah. I can sacrifice the queen and go checkmate. If king here is what I'm talking about. Yeah, so either way he has to resign. Either way he has to resign. Funny enough, this is an interesting game because I wasn't. That's actually interesting. My opponent is going to feel very bad because I was talking more than I was actually thinking this game. There are days I play like an absolute mad lad. Like there are days I just play like I'm the king of chess. Like, bro. Oh my goodness! If this is not checkmate, I just made myself look stupid. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Look, watching Magnus has made me want to sacrifice my queen every day. Watching Magnus has made me want to sacrifice my queen every single day. So yeah, 3. I win and then my stream decides it wants to go off. I win and then my stream decides that it wants to go off. So yeah, 3, like I was saying, if b takes c6, c, I guess queen b6 is more forcing. If b takes c, I guess queen b6 is more forcing. If b takes c. If b takes c, yeah. If b takes c, it's still like you are still dead regardless. Yeah, if b takes c, you are still dead regardless. There's no way to avoid this. Queen takes here, it's blocked. Like there's nothing. Like everything just led to losing. Everything was just losing. Everything was just losing. To be frank, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what my opponent did. I don't know. Like there are so many different ways this could have gone. Like I don't. Yeah, like this was just okay for my opponent. Like I don't know. Yeah, for this is where I think my opponent blundered. I think his worry was, oh, if I take here, then takes here, then there's this. Like if queen takes, then he has this. I think maybe he was thinking like this, and then there's a fork. So probably that's what he was afraid of. But he started. I don't know exactly when he started to lose. I didn't feel comfortable in this position. In this position, I didn't feel comfortable. But him playing knight takes is when I would say he started to mess up, because now after takes, so many things are happening here. Like if queen takes, then this is a, I don't know if you should call it, this is not a royal fork, right? This is not even a family fork. This whatever fork it is, and whatever fork it's called, right? If you check here, it doesn't really matter, right? And you are losing something there. So you have to like do something, and that's why he retreated here. But then don't forget that this is good, and that's about it. So the response here is where I feel like my opponent had. I think maybe you should have just played like bishop takes. Bishop takes. If I play pawn takes, knight takes can still be played. I can take here, pawn takes, and the line is open. My opponent should not take here. This is just a big mistake. In case somebody, oh, take the pawn, like that's just wrong. So if I would say my opponent started losing anywhere, it would be here. It would be here. But let's just take a look. Why didn't I use the H rook? It's out of fear. There was there's a target on my rook, and I wasn't so sure. Now, mind you, at this point, I hadn't seen the mate. All I had seen was that I can bring my rook here. That was all I had seen. I hadn't seen the mate, right? So I was like, okay, in case maybe there's no immediate threat on my opponent, I don't want to give my opponent the luxury of taking my rook. That was why I didn't use the H rook. Because this is basically simple, right? This guy is not under yeah, such honesty from you. Yeah, because it's like this. It's like this. I just wasn't sure. Like I wasn't sure that my idea was working. So in case my idea doesn't work, let me just move this one away. Because initially my idea was this, but I was like, what if my idea doesn't work? That's what I'm saying. It's fear. I was worried my idea might not work. So here, and yeah. This is what happens when you watch the games of Magnus. You sacrifice your queen. Yeah, so what I want to focus on a bit is the opening, because I was not comfortable here. I felt like my opening was bad. I felt like white is just fine here. Then all this is, I'm not so against any of these moves. Maybe castling queenside was not the way to go. Because like what I mentioned, if you recall, was after he played a3, I was like, oh, maybe he wants to play for a minority attack, which is what the Carlsbad structure aims for. That's one of like the main ideas of the Carlsbad structure. So for him to not go for that whole idea was kind of strange for me. Not to say that what he's doing is wrong, but castling queenside just doesn't make any sense. Like castling queenside when you have these kinds of weaknesses around your queen, your king, doesn't make any sense. Why h6? Once again, fear. So I wanted to play this move, but then my opponent would come in here. That was basically it. Right? If you don't like something, like we actually improve in chess, you can confidently say that yes, h6 is a slow move, it wastes time. You can handle you can deal with the pain and all that kind of stuff. But with the way I was planning on developing my pieces, allowing my opponent to pin my knights just felt unpleasant to me. It's a landing move. When in my landing have you seen me play h3? When? 3. When? It's more of an Italian move, because in the Italian, you want to prevent the bishop from coming in here. So h3 or even h6. So basically, I didn't want the bishop to come and pressure me over here, because my move was this, and this in the Queen's Gambit decline makes me feel uncomfortable. I personally don't like it. So it's just a matter of preference. Not to say that once this happens, I'm losing in any way, shape, or form, but it's just personally. Then they are not proper landing players. Sorry, Magnus. How many of you saw Alireza play the landing but did a poor showing of the landing? I was about to praise the landing system, and then I saw that he was flopping with it, and I was like, oh my goodness. Alireza didn't help the publicity of the landing system. Yeah, but h6 is also a Magnesian move. I noticed that oftentimes in the Queen's Gambit declined, Magnus tends to play the h6 line, right? Like this. Instead of playing this, he starts with this. I realized that Magnus does that. It's a slow move. Mind you, it's a slow move. As you improve in chess, you understand. Like, one move in chess is a big deal. One move in chess is a very, very big deal. So as you improve in chess, you get to realize that this h6 move is very slow. It is slow. Useful, but slow. Right? Because nothing can replace bringing your knight here quickly. So it's more of a Magnesian idea I've been taking. I'm like, okay, if I don't feel comfortable with it, let me not allow it. And yeah, this is just basically a London-like structure. But again, this is the cleanest idea my opponent could go for. Like, this is so clean. I don't have a dark squared bishop anymore. Like, this was a very clean idea my opponent could go for. b4, b5. Like, I don't know why he wouldn't go for b4, b5. Where I think I made a mistake a bit was where I put my bishop. I think if I had put my bishop here, the position would have been much better. Because once I put it here and the knight came in here, now I have to think about stuff. Because like if I had, for example, put my bishop here and came in here, at least I have this option. I at least have this option. And it adds to the defense of my position. So the knight goes back and we go on with the same idea. We just go on with the same idea. What's faster? Now, all of them are slow. But they have a purpose to them. Most of them are setup moves, right? So you play a3 because you want to play b4, right? You play a3 because you don't want your opponent to pin you. They have their use, but they are slow in the grand scheme of things, right? Because in the opening, you want to avoid moving as many pawns as possible, which is why the landing system is also kind of strange. You want to avoid moving as many pawns as possible because, again, John Bartholomew refers to them as renewable and non-renewable sources of energy. So your pawn moves are non-renewable sources of energy. So you want to be very judicial with your pawn moves. You don't want to overuse your pawn moves, right? Especially in the end game. But that's basically the thing. The more you overuse your pawn moves in the opening, the more your opponent outdoes you in regards to developing your pieces. So your opponent gains more piece activity than you if you focus on pawn pushes. In the Queen's Gambit declines, some people play bishop e7 before knight f6. Yes. It's for the same idea. It's for the same plan. Right? But it still doesn't prevent the bishop from coming there. The bishop can still come in there, but at least you are not pinned. But my issue with that is bishop e7 is not active enough. It's a very passive bishop move, right? I can still play this idea. You take, I take. It's still completely nope. You take, I don't take. Actually, I just messed up something there. Takes, queen takes. I don't like this. At the end of the line, this happens. So I can't play c3 here. I have to develop it first. I would have to maybe go b3, c6, or go rook c1 first. Yeah, if you're talking about just development, I agree. Bishop e7 is faster. Yeah, it's a faster way of doing it, but it doesn't prevent it. Like, every move has its pros and cons, right? Like, it's very recently, again, you know, when you learn the landing system, this is the main line, right? Knight f6, right? But I've lately begun to realize why, and I never liked knight f6 because every time my opponent does this, which is why I prefer the accelerated landing, because sometimes your opponent ends up playing e6, and when your opponent plays e6, that's the best time for you to play knight f3 because the bishop doesn't come out, right? But I've begun to realize that there are some reasons why you would want to play knight f3 first, and one of the reasons why you'd want to play knight f3 first is so that your opponent doesn't know you are playing the landing system, right? If your opponent knows you are playing the landing system and you start with d4, they can really annoy you. And it's something I realized in my last tournament, that was the first tournament I realized that everybody knowing I'm playing the landing system is a problem. Because the moment I play d4, some of them just start with like c5. Or I go d4, d5, I go bishop, then they immediately just go this way. And it's very annoying. So I realized that if you start with knight, they can't tell, because so many openings can develop from playing knight f3. Knight f3 is a very flexible way of starting your game, right? So if they go this way, they still don't know you are playing the landing. Anything could come out of this. You could go into a Catalan, you could go into a Queen's Gambit decline. Anything could come out of this. So they can't just jump in and hit you with this, right? So the problem, the Benoni, right? So the problem with this is now the bishop g5 is an issue. So every move in chess solves a problem but has a problem in and of itself. No problem, no move is just 100% good and that's like, okay, yes, even the good moves that the engine says good. For example, moving the queen on defends something. So every move has its pros and cons. So we make moves because they have more pros than they do cons. So recently I'm even thinking maybe I want to start playing like this. And many of the openings I know have knight f3. So I can play many of the openings I've learned have knight f3. So if I start with knight f3, my opponent cannot be sure I'm going London, I'm going Jobava, I'm going Queen's Gambit declined, I'm going King's Indian defense, I'm going Catalan, I'm going Trampowski. I can do so many things just by playing knight f3. The only issue I have to accept after playing knight f3 is that my opponent can bring bishop to g4. That's it. So I learned it in my previous tournament, everybody played against the landing. I don't even know, like, it was so annoying. It was the most annoying thing I've ever seen in my life. Anyways, let's go to the next game. I know so much theory only in the landing system. Only in the landing system. The landing system is the only opening I've actually learned. And the landing system structures are the only openings I've actually learned. But mind you, this is just, I'll believe that most of the things I'm saying are just like base. I think they are base level knowledge. Like the more I play, the more I realize. Like the more I play, when I make keen efforts to notice things, things begin to make more sense to me, right? Sometimes I play moves because like you've studied the line, this is what you have to do. And that's what most like it about opening books. They teach you the ideas, right? This is what this opening aims to achieve, but you don't get the reason why we choose one move over the other. That's the issue. Like, why did the accelerated landing become popular? Why? Do you get it? Openings develop over... Oh, sorry. Openings develop over time. Sorry. I was so interested in talking, I forgot that I was supposed to play a move. Oh boy. Please give me black. Let me play some Scandi. Or I should play a knight of. I'm very bad at the knight of, but maybe I can play it with 10 plus 5. Please, I'm not aborting. My internet is slow. Please, I'm not aborting. My internet is slow. Oh, come on. I'm not aborting. My internet is slow. Make the move. Thank you. That was crazy. So when you begin to realize the mindset behind moves, chess becomes so much interesting because now you become more active in your move making, in your move selection. You become more aware of what you are doing, is how I'll put it. You become more aware of how your moves affect the board, what you are allowing and what you are denying. And that's the beauty of, I think, studying chess. When you get to study those things, you know. So ideally in the for example in the scandi like this, you play c6 and then e6 to you are playing against this pawn. Why? Because ideally in the scandi you want to play bishop takes knight. So you trade your light squared bishop for your opponent's knight, right? And the reason and the second reason for the pawns thing is whenever you trade off a bishop of a certain color, you have to put your pawns on that color. So these pawns are basically substituting the loss of the bishop, right? So, but the thing is, if you always go into your game saying, I have to trade here, you might not be correct. Because there are times you don't want to do that. Ooh, okay. Yeah, and this is... This guy is making me regret my decision. But we can still go this way. It's not a problem. I can still get a position that I love. And hopefully my opponent helps me get that position. But basically, this is why you want to take the knight. It's also because you want to prevent the knight from coming in here. That's the thing. Now, the issue which I should have taken note of is that the bishop is blocking my idea. So I shouldn't have done that. Okay. Let's go this way. Now, your opponent wants to use this knight to win this bishop if possible. So with this pin, that's what they're going to do. You hate the Benoni? Yes, we all hate the Benoni. Right? So ideally, if you play d4 and your opponent plays c5, you should place d5, right? But to play into your opponent's line, it's like playing the scandi for the landing, right? That's what the Benoni is, playing the scandi for the landing. Now, the agent that's rated higher or better for white, but it's an annoying position to play. I'm giving my opponent a choice now because if he doesn't take care, I'm winning this guy a pawn. Don't leave. I didn't say leave. Boy. So the next shot that's coming out is basically me just telling a story about somebody who was pissing me off in the what? Oh wait, that still doesn't work. Okay, I've not thought about it, but I'll play it. Yeah, but why? I'm confused. I'm 100% confused, like I kid you not. My opponent has put himself in a lot of stress. Him, her, I don't know. It says Debbie chess, so it could be any one. Oh, okay. Did I just give him this pawn? Because the moment I push this pawn, my opponent attacks with the bishop. If rook comes up, there's knight. I can trade, but now I can't castle. The other option is to play knight here, but after takes, maybe I'm just fine. I don't know. Okay. This is the safest move I can make. I'm up a pawn. I mean, I could give my opponent the pawn. There's no doubt about that. I know it's a funny decision I'm making, but yeah. Anytime you have material, you can always give it back. Don't be so... Again, this could be a bad move by me. But I feel like playing h6 gives my opponent more activity than it does for me. So I don't want to do that. So I'll give my opponent the pawn back. I can castle, and then I can play a much better situation for myself. Bro, I have bad days in chess, but this is ridiculous. I don't know what to say. Like, hey, I'm happy for the quick win. I'm happy for the quick win. I can't say anything negative about that. I'm happy about the quick win. I'm trying to get back to 2000, so I think my opponent is gonna give me a game like that. Why not? It happens, yeah. Like, is that how I look like to my opponents when I'm blundering? Like when I'm also not playing good chess? And Anoko, thanks for the follow. Thank you. If you haven't already, follow the stream or subscribe. Depends on where you are. If you're on Twitch, follow. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. I am monetized on Twitch as well, so you can also subscribe there as well, and all that stuff. Yeah, that's how I look. Yeah, I don't even know what to analyze here, sincerely. My opponent definitely had me. I think next time I have to take note of this, that if the block is here, jumping in here is a big problem. So I should just take and play the traditional line. I think that's about it. Other than that, everything is okay. At least to my knowledge. Yeah, because I'm like, just take this and I'll castle. Or I'll even take the queen, bishop, back, castle. Then I have a much more active position. That's what I was thinking. Let me demonstrate the line in case maybe some of you can't like visualize the position in your head. Again, it doesn't have to happen that way. It's just a postulate, right? You are just trying to figure out what your opponent can do. So what I was saying is, if I play this, my opponent has this move. And if I come in this way, oh wait, then I miss. Yeah, okay, then I miscalculated. Yeah, I thought the knight comes in here. Yeah, this was completely fine. Yeah, there's nothing here. Oh wait, sorry. I missed something. So if I come in this way, my opponent comes in this way. I can go takes. Let's say he will want to castle, so he'll play like this. And then we can simply play this way. The pawn is hanging, but we can't do anything about it now. Yeah, this would have been fine. Oh, it would have been completely fine. Yeah, there was no need for my opponent to go this way. Yeah. But I mean, like in the words of Levon Aronian, if I had played the best move, I wouldn't have won. It's a famous game. I think he played. It's not famous. It's a game he played against. I think he played against Wesley So or someone, and he was losing throughout the game. And he made a very bad move, which should have lost him the game. But when he made that move, he eventually ended up winning. Oh no, Munashe, let's do that tomorrow. Let's do that tomorrow. This will throw me off. But you've not streamed in a while. Am I dreaming, or you've not streamed in a while? Because I'm quite active on YouTube. So I've not seen your stream in a while. I do know that you play in these arenas a lot. But guys, Munashe does stream as well. He does chess content as well. This is not Twitch. Twitch, I could shout you out, but YouTube doesn't have that command. Another Scandi. Okay. Now at this point, lichess is mocking me. They don't think I'm good enough. That means I have to win this game. What? Could your PC not handle the settings with which you were streaming? That's crazy. That is crazy. Bro. It's sometimes why I always check my PC if it's overheating, because once it starts overheating, I'm in trouble. You know, I always love this. The moment this happens, I know that my opponent either struggles with the opening or doesn't like the opening. I mean, I could also lose this, but I'm just like, the fact that he took his time, because most people know that they should play this. Oh, he's watching my stream. So at this point, we no longer mention good moves. At this point, we just chat with the stream and not say anything about my calculation. If it's about the position, I can talk about the position. But if it's about my ideas, I won't talk about my ideas. I have to be careful. I mean, he did me a solid of letting me know. So that's fine. He could have also just done it in secret and been like, oh, I won't say a single word. I won't say a single word. You know, the people I like are the disciplined ones, you know, the people who are just good for no reason. Like, they are playing streamer versus viewers, then the streamer accepts their challenge, they immediately mute the stream, minimize it, and then they play. Like, I don't know, people who do that, I don't know them, but those who do that, like, you guys are goated. Like, you guys are goated. Do I want to stop the knight from coming in, or do I want to stop the pawn from pushing? Let's stop the knight. This is actually not what you want to do. But anyways, it's completely fine. I mean, all he's doing is not what you want to do. I would like to just play e6, but then there's this annoying idea that happens quite a bit. I mean, with the way my opponent seems to not know the opening, I would like to play my opening. Like, I could play this, he jumps in here, I jump in with my knight, he takes and I take with my pawn. That line is plausible. Okay. What is happening with my ear? There's a ringing in my ear. Aha. So do I just take, or do I allow him to take? Something I've never played before is crossing my mind. If you've watched my streams, I don't play this. So takes, queen takes, or takes, knight takes, bishop takes, knight takes, pawn push. Could be an idea. Huh. Wait, is my bishop actually trapped? Bishop takes, knight takes queen, knight takes check. Knight takes pawn push. Wow. That is actually interesting. Okay. Okay, that's actually what I wanted to do, so that's completely fine with me. I don't like the fact that I've made him active, but regardless, it's what I wanted. I think I have to play this first. Timing is everything. So recently I was learning the structure, how to play against it. and it's pretty interesting. I think by what I learned, very nice. I personally don't like this, but it's a restrictive way you can play, right? In this position. Is he going to do what I think he's going to do? He doesn't. Question. What do I want to keep? What is this ringing in my ear? I kind of want to music fan guy. Hi. Oh boy. I'm still not convinced about where I want to castle. That I will tell you. I don't know why he's playing like that. I mean, I've created a significant weakness. His job is to target it. Oh, did I make a mistake with that move? Probably did. I don't know. Something just feels wrong. I think I didn't play this correctly. I didn't play something correctly. There was something I could have done here. I don't know why I didn't play correctly, but I didn't play something correctly. Hmm. Wait. If okay, I like this move. Okay. Um. Come on, bro. Let's play it. Let's try and play it. That's the best we can do to improve. I might lose because I'm pushing. I'm the one who's trying to push for something. Yes. Music man, don't give me move suggestions during the game. If you're giving me a suggestion, it should have passed. Like I should have missed the opportunity to do it. Uh, I consider that it's like I'm cheating if I do that. Pawn push is a move for sure. Okay. So, Kojok, I don't know if you're still around, but this is what I'm talking about in the end game. If anyone has a slight advantage here, it should be me, because the position is closed, right? And I'm the only one with the knight. So one of his pawns are falling. Is it R or is? So I'm trying to play for a win. I'm trying to play for a win. I mean, endgame does have tricks. I don't think table base can solve this because there's not exactly 7 pawns on the board, 7 pieces on the board. But yeah. Okay, let's be careful. Yeah, I looked at this. I have to be careful here because if I did not calculate it well, I've just messed up. I will make a mistake here. So I was looking at bishop here. Oh, okay, that doesn't work. Yeah, I have another idea. That'll work. I would like to keep my knight in this position. That's the thing. I can go here and come in here. So do I just... Oh, okay, wait. I have this move here. I didn't notice that this pawn is hanging. I didn't notice that the pawn was hanging. If I did, I would have played it earlier. Okay, so now if there's any clear plan that we have is to push that pawn. I think he moved here because he expected that my knight would want to come to this square. And that's not like a bad plan, but that was not what I was thinking. Okay. Okay. Slow but sure. You know what's funny? I kind of think this move is possible. Because bishop takes, I come in here and I can win these two. But let's not play crazy chess. Oh, oh, that doesn't work yet. Ooh. I think he wants to check and then infiltrate my position. Attacking the bishop. Uh-oh. Yeah, it is good. Okay, yeah, exactly. What I was hoping for came to pass. Yeah. Oh boy, what is this? We just had to find a way. We just had to find a way. Yeah, thanks, Juan. Thanks, Juan. Thanks, Juan. Like, I thought that there should have been something in this specific position. The draw. So, guys, you see what I was talking about? You see what I was talking about? I said, I was telling you guys the last time, 3 wasn't in that stream. I was telling you the last time that if you notice that your position is losing and you offer a draw, it's actually considered disrespectful in chess. Like when you get to the higher levels in chess, that's how we see things. Like it's like you've accepted that you are losing. Why not? Like if the position is drawn and you are offering a draw, that's different. But if you clearly blundered and you made an error, which I can take advantage of, and you offer a draw, it's normally considered disrespectful. Like the chess etiquette is one of the funniest things. Chess etiquette is one of the funniest things, right? Sometimes when your opponent does one of the things that you can do in chess etiquette is when your opponent plays a beautiful sequence or a beautiful sacrifice that leads to checkmate, you should let them checkmate you. It's one of the chess etiquette. You don't have to, but you should let them checkmate you. It's chess etiquette. It's chess etiquette. It's chess etiquette. Oh boy. But mostly when I'm playing against strong players and the position is a draw, they never accept the draw. They never do. Because they'll play for a chance until they are completely sure that it's a draw. They'll take the chance. Oh, we should have analyzed that game. Okay, let me. Oh, did the game start? It started. Because this thing is loading. Yeah, it started. Oh, I'm playing as what? Okay, quite aborted. That's fine. No, it's not bad. That's what I'm saying. For that one, I'm not saying that it's disrespectful. I'm saying that like it's considered like in good nature. Let's just see. What is considered disrespectful is not shaking your opponent's hand, not offering a draw when you know you are lost, especially when you are annoying about it. Like you send it like 15,000 times, right? What else is annoying in chess? What else is chess etiquette? And playing with adjust rules, that kind of thing. What else? Like, honey, I'm not taking challenges today. Okay. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember them like as I stand here. Look at my ping. My ping is bad. Right. But certain things are not considered good to do in chess. We have very few things to get angry about in chess. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, let's look at the game. We didn't look at it, so let's look at it. Hook Life. How you doing? Do I play OTB in Ghana? Yes, I do. Twice a year. Twice a year. I play twice a year. Don't misunderstand. I play twice a year. There are not 2 tournaments in Ghana. I play twice a year. Wouldn't it be? What's my FIDE rating? FIDE rating is abysmal. 1641. FIDE rating is abysmal. Anyways, so let's take a look. Let's look again at this. Mostly the Scandinavian is drawish, but again, a few things my opponent did, like for example, the fact that my opponent stalled for a bit here. He didn't stall for quite long, but the fact that my opponent stalled here is a sign that it was he was probably unfamiliar with the position. Not that, as long as you have, if you are 1800, you've definitely faced the Scandinavian before, but he's not familiar with it. Like, you don't often face the Scandinavian in my experience, especially when I played e4. You don't often play the Scandinavian because it's very technical. So the pause then made me realize, okay, my opponent may not know the position. Second thing, this move made me feel like my opponent is not comfortable with the position. Third thing, what did he do? Okay, that was about it. That was about it. Yeah, I want to show you an interesting thing here. So in this position, why did I move my queen back? I calculated this very well. And I realized that after I take the queen, my opponent has knight takes check. Once I take back, then he has this move. Or he can just take here. So actually, then it's just drawn. Huh. My calculation was wrong. I thought that in my calculation, after takes, I am down material. That's what I was thinking. And my opponent, oh, okay. Then I calculated it wrong. Okay. This is not the first time I've done that before. So this is just, so no, he wouldn't even play this. Because if he played this, I'll just take because I'm now up material. So he would just take. I mean, it's just a drawish position. This is just a drawish position, so I'm not going to overthink it. But I do think that him coming in here and me coming in here helped me, because if he came back, it's not the same position, right? Because now takes. It's not the same position if he came back. We welcome everyone on Twitch as well. If you are interested in these kinds of streams, you can always follow. And for my YouTube people, you can do the same. So yeah, this is typical of the position. You want to do this where I didn't like what my opponent did. First, I didn't really like c5, but then I really thought he wanted to come in here and kind of lock me out. Again, it's not that good. If you look at my opponent's pawn structure in the whole, this is not a good idea. But it's a nice thing to consider this at least. He couldn't play. I just felt kind of okay that he played this, because now pushing d5 is not as easy. And now my knight has an outpost on this square. Here I made it. I was thinking, my opponent has 2 bishops. Maybe I want to trade off 1 bishop for my knight. But he seemingly didn't want to allow it. So I decided to keep the bishop bad. This bishop, I decided to keep it bad. And now the question is, how do we... Because my idea was knight would come in here, take 6, I win a pawn. I forgot that the bishop could move back. That was one of my things. Another thing I was thinking is maybe I should have just played this. But then my opponent plays this, which again I felt was an okay move. But then this, and I wasn't so sure how I continue from here. Because now I'll bring my king in, this and this. I wasn't so convinced about this line. Sorry about that. I wasn't so convinced about this line. Yeah, this was confusing. I think I played it in the best way I could. My opponent locking the position here was, I think that was like the best thing for me. And trading off his knight was like the best. Like the knight he had could have remaneuvered into better squares, like coming in here, targeting this. Like this knight could have been a problem for me. But the moment he traded off the knights, I was like, nah, this position has to be mine. This position has to be mine. There are too many weaknesses. There has to be a way to target them. So him locking it, I was okay with it. Sidestep here. I wanted him to get to a dark square. I knew he would try and defend it. But the point of this was not because I wanted to target it. He would think that I'm going to target it. He moves his king. And then this is what I'm actually targeting. But the king can't even step close to it. And that's how we broke through. I don't think allowing my opponent to take the knight would have been a good idea. Yeah. Like even if my opponent went here, I still played this. Bishop goes back. We take. Even if my opponent decides to come for whatever, this or whatever. I don't even know. What do we do? We just play this. If you take I take, and this is just completely winning. That was lucky. Let me just use the engine to see its general thought. I don't know exactly what I did very wrong in this position. I need the engine to help me out a bit. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit tired. Okay. Still thinking. But do you guys have any questions? I'm going to, after this stream, I'll take a short break. Like I'll just close my eyes for like 30 minutes and I'll work on the Magnus video. I won't do the whole thing. I'm not like Gotham. Like analyzing Grandmaster games takes me a while. So I'll just do the game, the last game, the game where he sacrificed his queen. That's the only game I'll look at. Then I'll work on other videos as well. The videos I actually want to do, I realize they take a lot of scripting and planning. Like the chess, I would like to do a beginner improvement chess series, like a beginner. Cool, what's up? Thanks for the follow. I would like to do like a beginner series where I'm teaching chess from the beginning. I do think it's been overdone, so I don't think I should do it, but I will do it. I want to look more at like the activities that affect chess improvement, right? Like the mindset, the behaviors, the attitude. I want to look at that aspect of chess improvement. I think that will help because chess is very emotional, I would say. I have to reload this page. Chess is very emotional. And if you don't have the right mindset in approaching your chess growth, I think it affects. And for me, the reason why I feel like I should do that is I learned chess on my own, primarily. But, and it took me a while to figure things out, you know? So, yeah. I want to help those who have that same issue. I'm yawning too much today. So let's see. So where does the engine critique me? I want to see where it critiques me. Oh, castles is a critiqued move. Really? I liked castles because of this idea. Though, like at the point, I thought it wasn't like the right way to go. I liked it because of that idea. So what would have been best? Knight G6. I should just go back. and play pawn push, I'm guessing. I did think about that. If your opponent pushes, it doesn't stop that from happening. You can still take. Yeah. Then where again? Rook f8. Rook f8. I can accept what the engine is saying. King g2. Knight g4. I should have just taken. I did consider this, but I was like, but still. Oh. Can't my opponent defend it some way, somehow? Then we just take. How does he defend? He has to be here or here. How does he get there? 1, 2. It take like 4 moves. So the king has to move, right? 1, 2. How does he even do that? Wait, let's say 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he can't even get there. How does he get here? He has to be here. How does he get here? He has to be here. How does he get here? Okay. So 1, let's just make a random move. 2, let's just make another random move. 3, let's make another random move. 4, another random move. 5. That is, yeah, he's not able to defend this. He's not able to defend this at all. Yeah, so I'm winning this pawn. I think that's what the engine is saying. But then he has pawn push. I take, bishop take. I don't like it. Did I change my setup? I just changed my camera. My camera looks better. And I'm trying different lightings. So recently, what I did was I used to try and block all the lights, but I don't have enough light blocking curtains. So the one that gives the room the orange light is the one that's directly in front of me. So I decided, let me just open it up and shine these things on me. This one looks better, but yeah, so that's about it. My problem is my wall. My wall hasn't been painted in like 3 years, so I'm thinking about what to do about it. I won't change my background is what I don't like. My background is what I don't like the most. And I took off my this. I took this off because I felt like maybe it was affecting my stream. Because the last stream I watched, it was lagging a bit too much, so I switched back to this. Yeah, so just thank you for noticing. I'm always happy about that. Anyways, that's usually Munashi and Ivor's job, but Ivor is not around and Munashi is gone. So I don't know about that. Show us my stream. That's my bedroom, so I can't do that. I would have loved to show you, but it's my bedroom. I wouldn't want to show that. But basically what I have is I have a humidifier here because my PC overheats. So my humidifier is focused on my laptop. My fan is off because it makes noise. So yeah, so I have my humidifier here. I have a light here, a ring light. I have a ring light here and I have a ring light directly in front of me here. My the screen where I see your chat, which is why I always look here because I feel like I'm talking to you even though the camera is here. I always look here because this is where my second monitor is. So this is where my chat is. This is where my main laptop is. My camera is behind, my laptop is over here. My other webcam is over here, and then what else? Yeah, and then my keyboard is here, and my phone is over here. This is where I see the YouTube, because Restream doesn't show me everything. So you can see the ring light reflecting here, and this one is reflecting like orange light. I just have 2. I want to connect a third one, but my PC's RAM. You can see my other monitor there. But my PC's RAM is my PC is bad basically, so even 2 monitors is stressing my PC out. So yeah. So I have 2 screens, this and then this. The other one is there. But yeah, I'm streaming with the laptop. I'm not streaming with the PC. Yeah, that's the problem. Streaming with the laptop, it's not good. My friend had Alienware. He wanted to give it to me for a certain amount. I was like, man, if I had this amount, I would have just bought it. Because the specs would have been, even though it's a laptop, it would have been good for streaming. Yeah, sorry. What is this? Uh-oh. Look. This one. It's part of the Osmo Pocket that I'm using. It comes with the Osmo Pocket, the camera that I'm using. Give me a second. What is this thing doing? No, I want to pause this. Yeah, it's one of those Bluetooth mic cameras. Mouse. My adjectives are failing me. Yeah, it's one of those Bluetooth mice. And the issue that I've been facing is my wheel. My wheel is very annoying at the point, so I have to change it. Yeah, that's sometimes when I'm streaming, then you realize that I struggle with my mouse a bit. Not the times when my stream is lagging, but like sometimes the battery is dying and then I'm struggling to move. I do have a corded mouse, but the left click you have to smash it, and I can't. So that's why I prefer this over that one. Yeah, that used to be what I used to stream on. Now, so if you check my old videos, I used to look up a lot. That used to be my screen, but now it's kind of spoiled. Yeah, so that's about it. I connect everything to, I don't know if you'll be able to see, I can't bring it, otherwise my camera will go off, but I connect everything to this because my laptop doesn't have many USB slots, so I have a, whatever it's called, so extra slots there. What again? My speakers are down here, but I mostly don't use them when I'm streaming. You notice that you guys are listening to music, I'm not, because personally I don't like EDMs. The songs I like, none of you would understand them. It's like it sounds like Jamaican music. It's mainly gospel, Afrobeat. You wouldn't enjoy them at all. So I don't listen to it. That's why you hear music. I don't hear anything that's going on, and that's a problem because I also don't hear the alert sounds. I'm not using Starlink. I'm using Vodafone, which is very bad. It's abysmally bad. During the Olympiad, I'm planning on streaming at like my sister's place. Her internet is crazy. She gets like 200 gigabytes download and like 100 gigabytes upload. So if I stream at my sister's place, I'm going to increase the stream quality because, bro. So I'm planning on streaming at her place at the Olympia. I don't know how accessible it will be for me because she moves out. She's not always at home. So I'll try and do that. Yeah. But I want to change my setup. I really want to change my setup. That's for sure. Yeah. So I don't know. But I didn't make that many mistakes. Yeah. One is her area. She uses MTN, which is cheaper and better. And two, she's a dancer. My area is it's neglected now. It's in post-colonial times, like a bit after colonialism, it was an estate, but then it's been abandoned. So and it has a lot of there are slum areas around it. So what I'm trying to say is like the people who stay around here are mid to low class, more into the low class. So people don't really bring their business here, if you get it. So MTN is not here. If MTN was here, we would have been using MTN, but MTN is not here. Especially MTN Fiber, it's not here. I use MTN on my phone. Let me just show you something. I use MTN on my phone. I don't know if you can see it. What is this? I don't know. It's not focusing on you. I wanted to show you like my my network bar is at like 1. It's not a full bar. So when I make calls in my house, people don't hear me. So if I want to make a call, I have to leave. I have to go to the junction, which is very funny. It's funny. It sucks to be me. So yeah, once we've called them, they say they are slowly bringing themselves here. Wait, taking was wrong? What? Oh, I could have just taken here. Knight C1. Wait, what? Oh, nice. No, what? My bishop takes F4. Bishop takes F4. Huh? Yeah. Okay, no problem. Hey, Nick, how you doing? Wait, what? I can see this. This is very obvious. I can see that. No problem there. But what about this? We still take, because if bishop takes, you take here. So it's basically the same position I got. No, I don't. Personally, I'm not really into vlogging. We'll see. Personally, I'm more interested in like those things. I don't like carrying cameras around. I personally like to be private about things. I don't want to draw attention. I don't like drawing attention to myself in any way. We'll see what the future holds. If things go well with the YouTube and then the Twitch, and I can focus solely on it, because I'm not earning any money from this as it stands now. If I can start earning from this consistently, and I can like focus on it to a degree, I will consider doing that. Because right now I do everything on my own. Editing, what do you call it? Lighting, sound, everything that I have to do, I do myself. So at this point in time, those things are not really my priority. Anyway, so we'll see what the future holds. But okay, so is it because it's forcing? Okay, let's say my opponent plays this and I take. What is he forced to take? Yeah, I think he's for. Yeah, I think it's forcing. You win a pawn and at the same time you gain the activity. I think that's the point of it. Am I live on YouTube? Yes, I am. I am live. I'm always live on both of them. Yeah, but no viewer challenges today, Naked. Just to remind you. Yeah. Okay. Let's go for another game. Okay, so by now the other video has dropped, which is the video I was talking about where somebody annoyed me in the university. You know, sometimes I think that one of the best ways to improve in chess is to have an enemy. Like somebody you want to beat at all costs. I think having such people helps you improve in chess because they make you want to improve. They make you want to study chess. You see how bad my PC is? All I do is click and my camera just lags. It's that sad. Okay. Let's go. Wait, I'm not seeing. Your enemy is Magnus Carlsen. You have the best motivation in the world. You have the best motivation in the world. Or Gukesh. I mean, he's still strong, so yeah, right now we don't know. We don't know what the future holds for Gukesh. It's good to see him trying, but again, it's like I'm looking at him. If he's your target, it's still a very big target. So yeah, it's not like he's now not a target anymore. Gukesh, in his current state, drunk and deprived of 5 days of sleep, will beat me. Still haven't found one yet, even in Ghana. Yeah. This annoying way of playing is annoying. For me, when I was in university, was that lady in the shot I'm talking about. Then I'm a bit worried about playing this move. It was that lady. Then next it became what's his name? Ajavon, the combined harvester. I don't know if Kojoka Aka knows him. Then after him, I didn't beat him though. I came close to beating him, but eventually he quit chess. Maybe I'll make a story about it. It's not that interesting of a story, but basically he told me that he appreciates the fact that I want to beat him, but I'm nowhere near his skill level. That's what he said, and that pissed me off. That pissed me off. I appreciated his honesty, but that pissed me off. So I said that, okay, because of what you said, I'm going to beat you. I said it in my heart. Anytime I say those, I say it in my heart. So I was training, and then eventually one day in a tournament, I was doing quite well, and then I faced him. And in that game, I was winning. Like, I was absolutely winning the game. But I made a mistake. Now, it wasn't the last game going on, but it was one of the most interesting games because I was a newbie at the time and he was well established. He was like top 5 in Ghana. And I was winning. So everybody gathered around my board, right? And they started talking. Like, it's something that they stopped it in Ghana chess. In those days, it was quite bad. People would be on your board and they would be talking. You can hear them, and it's the most distracting thing ever. Of course, I was told that I could have sacked them, but I didn't know that at the time. I think I castle here because this move is very annoying. Because if the bishop here is... I can go e4 though. Do I go e4 here? Yeah, I can go e4 here. E4, if it goes e5 here, I'm completely fine. I think so. I don't have to castle now. My opponent's rook is not active. Yeah. So eventually... Oh, did I miss that? Pawn push again, right? That's mostly what happens here. So what happened was, eventually everybody was on my board, were saying things. So I lifted my head and I saw everybody around me, right? Like, I lifted my head and I saw everybody around me. And like, I was kind of shocked by the number of people who were at our board. Like the board was surrounded. So by the time I looked at the board, I looked back from the moment I looked out from everybody and back on the board, I kid you not, I'm not lying. Like, when I say this, people think I'm joking. Like, you see when you're watching cartoons or movies and then they make somebody see like 2 double or 3, like the person's about to faint and they see like 2, 3, like doubled images, reflection, that kind of thing. That is literally what happened to me. I couldn't see the board. Like, I looked at my hand was like 15 fingers. The what do you call it? The board was shaky in my mind. Like, I couldn't see anything again, but I was winning. So I was like, draw, and he took the draw. Like, when I stretched my hand, he shook my hand. Like, he didn't give me a chance to take it back. It was one of the funniest things that happened to me. So, but after a few months after that, then he quit chess. So yeah, I never got a chance to beat him. But he was the next person on my list. Now, the new person on my list is he IM or he's candidate master? I forget his title. I think he's candidate master. Onopite, Kennedy Onopite. He's my next target because he said something, he did it, and it pissed me off. And this is what he said. He said, I want you to know how bad you are at chess. I will let you play, is it 5 moves of your opening? After you make your 5 moves, then I will start. And guess what? I still lost. And that pissed me off. It pissed me off that he was right. You just saw my video exactly. I didn't post it now, by the way. Everything has been like, I saw on the chat that people wanted me to make certain videos, and like, you'll see them in 2 weeks because I've already posted videos for tomorrow. Not for tomorrow. I've posted Monday, I've posted Wednesday, I've posted Friday, I've posted Sunday, and then till next week Monday. So I have videos posted on those days that they've all been scheduled. I'm not even thinking about them. So we castle kingside, by the way. I'm kind of thinking of castling queenside because my opponent is just going to assault me here. The issue I have with playing this is my opponent can come in here, and after takes, I can't defend this pawn. So the best way to defend this pawn is to castle kingside. Or I can't save the pawn. I can't save the pawn, but I can stress my opponent. Knight takes. Doesn't work, does it? Ah. Takes like this. I can check here. Then I can step in here because the target is here. Oh. This is very ambitious by me, in case you're wondering. I could actually just lose from here. Yeah, that's the move. I just castle queen side. Like, I don't want to play something too slow. If I play this move and he takes, then I take. Oh boy, I can't believe I put myself in this position when I've not figured everything out. Knight here. Okay, this is where it gets technical. Ah. Oh, okay. Hmm. Whew. This is stress. I check. I check. Comes in here. If I check, rook takes the check. I think that's it. Oh, okay. Okay. Everything is with check. Isn't it like sad when you have checkmates, threats, and your opponent just ignores them because he trusts his attack? Okay. 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 That was it. Oh my, sorry if somebody I didn't see it though. Okay, okay. Wait, I missed something. Give me a second. He helped you get to almost 2,000. Oh, that's nice. Give me a second. I don't know. This needs a lot of. I don't know. I don't know if I was actually correct. But everything here is check. Like there's nothing that is not a check. And you wouldn't want to come in this way because you get hit with this, and after queen takes and you move, I just hide. Wait. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I told my opponent, wait, I could be wrong. Let me just check and be sure. It doesn't work. No, it doesn't work. I have to be sure. Yeah, that was a good game. It took a lot of brain power, but that was a good game. I was thinking that, like, let's say he comes in here, I come in here, queen takes, and I take. Yeah, the rook is not there. Like, if it was not like, yeah. I was thinking about this, right? And now if the king moves, I can take here first. King moves again, doesn't really matter. And I can come in here because now this is not a threat. For a second, I thought it was a threat. It's not. But let me see, like, was this idea actually good? Let me see. What does the engine think about this idea practically? Let me reload my chat. Okay, it likes it. Yeah, it likes it. And you know, let me show you like the thought process behind me playing this move. All right. I wasn't initially trying to play this move. I wasn't initially trying to like play this move against my opponent. Oh, okay. Let me just wait a bit. My things are loading. Yeah, I wasn't initially trying to make this move. I looked at everything and I'm like, oh no, regardless of what I try to do, I can't defend this pawn. Because remember I mentioned castles. I was looking at castles and like this, because I would try and come in this way and defend. Sorry, takes, and then I would defend. But then I was thinking, I wouldn't even, yeah, bishop takes. No, there was something else I was thinking. No, I was thinking here, then like my opponent has like pawn push. I was like, okay, there's no way I can hold on to this pawn. Why don't I just give the pawn away? My opponent's king is weak. I see like some knight sacrifice here coming in with checks. I just looked at that and I'm like, okay, let me just go for this idea. Like I really was thinking this game, because I didn't think about checking here. I was thinking about this, but I forgot that, oh wait, this doesn't work. Then I was thinking about, how about I come in here? Then bishop takes, I come in here with check first before I win it back. But I'm like, ah wait, even if I do that, like where is there? I just lose a piece, so I just lose something here. I could try coming in with this and trying to sacrifice here, but that doesn't work. So I had to start with the bishop just to ensure that my opponent can't castle queenside. And the beautiful thing about this is all the pieces are cut off from the defense of the king. And this was the target. This was the target, right? So if my opponent made any funny move, this is the target and we are getting checkmate. Either that or he has to sacrifice his queen, right? So he plays this move correctly. I play this move. The point of this move is I want to win this guy so that I can get access to this square. That's one. Number two, castles queenside, because I felt like this file would be very good for me. But I was worried. Like these two moves I made worried me a lot because I wasn't sure if they were accurate. I'll check with the engine soon. I wasn't sure they were accurate. So once my opponent played this, I'm like, okay, what is stopping me right now? Again, I was thinking about sacrifice here because after takes, check here should be mate, but then my opponent can jump back with his knight. So now that you see that, you realize why later down the line I played this move. At first I was thinking about playing this, but I'm like, what's the follow-up? I can't come in here with check. I still can't take here with check. So I don't know what the follow-up is. And once I don't know what the follow-up is, I'm not going to waste my time thinking about it. Right? There is that idea of like bringing the rook here, but that's 3 moves and it's too far away. So I'm like, okay. So what did I do here? Yeah. So I played this, targeting the queen. He takes, and then I take here first. Because here was move order. Because if I play this, he comes in here. And if I take here now, queen takes. And that's an issue for me. Right? So it was all about timing. So I decided to play it now. And when he plays queen takes, now I take with my bishop. Because I can still have access to this square if possible. Of course, later on, I did realize that I didn't have access to this square. But yeah. Now my opponent comes in here. We double here. Now the bishop can leave. And it was all just winning from there. But I don't know if the engine thinks it was like a complete win. Let's just do a straightforward analysis here. And see what we got. Like today has been a very good day of chess, I would say. I've not gained that much rating, but it's just been like 555. Because I played more 1800s than I did. Did I win every single game or I lost a game? I think I lost, right? Or I've gone undefeated today. Have I Magnus Carlsen today? Right now, let's just stop saying undefeated. Let's just change the term to Magnus Carlsen. Did you Magnus Carlsen today? Oh boy, that game was so beautiful. That queen sack, I've never seen it in my entire life. I have never seen that queen sack in my entire life. Why is my PC always so slow when it comes to these things? Give me a second, let me see what the YouTube is. Okay, now it's coming. Wait, I messed up. That was because queen takes d5. Queen takes d5 is actually wrong. You should have taken with what? You should have taken here. Okay, so I did look at this and I wasn't sure because I was thinking that, oh, he can block with check. Oh, that makes sense. Sorry. That makes sense. Oh, the game against last week, exactly, that game. Because I was thinking that after this, if my opponent comes in here, this should be game over. Oh, he can block. Wait, so what would have been better here? Bishop takes here. Oh, so bishop takes first, allowing this, and then going... No, not going check. I think taking here. I think taking here would have then made sense. I think this order would have been better. Is that what the engine is thinking? No, it's not. Wait, what? What would have been better? Bishop takes e5. Let's say my opponent defends. I can play this move for sure. Wait, I just played the exact same line. I think that's what the engine is looking for. Because like let's just assume this happens, right? Then we have this exact same line. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, there was no need. There was no need for me to go that far. Again, if you are thinking this is mates, don't forget the common thing about chess players forgetting the bishop. Is that it? So I guess that's it, right? Bishop takes, let's say our opponent makes knight f6. Knight f6. Okay. We allow him to do that. And f3. Now it's too slow. It's slow. I can try to understand what the engine is saying. Oh, we take and then we can attack the queen. I think that's one of the issues that our opponent is having here. But rook g8. Then go bishop d3 instead. I have to look at the continuation lines here. But I mean, all this while I was doing well. Wait, queen d7 is not good here. No, that's my from my opponent. Queen c6. Okay, that's from my opponent as well. Wait, so I was doing very well. I wasn't really messing up. Bishop f4. Where is 3? Where's 3? Where's 3? Where's 3? 3, are you around? When the engine says the London system is an inaccuracy. Oh, 3, you missed a very big thing. 3, I don't know if you're there. The engine says the London is an inaccuracy. The engine hates me. The engine just said my opponent is an inaccuracy. That's funny. In case you guys don't know, I'm a London connoisseur. I know now 15 people are about to leave the chat. Everything I played here is actually correct. London is an inaccuracy. Oh my goodness. I've never seen this on move, like on move 2. You agree? Oh my goodness. If I was a London hater, this would be the best screenshot to make. But unfortunately, I'm a London lover. I can't show the engine hating my London system. Or I can do when the engine disagrees with you, but you win the game anyways. What? Bishop f4 is it? It says e4 is best because your opponent has given you the center. You have to take the center. That's like typical chess. Oh my goodness. I'm going to put this on the Discord. Oh boy. So you mean the London was the only inaccuracy apart from this one? So you wanted me to castle immediately. I did think about castling immediately. That definitely did come to mind. Adwick, I'm not taking challenges today. We'll do that tomorrow. I'm not taking challenges today. We'll do that tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Wait, this is the line? This is the line that the engine is expecting would happen. That if I play castle's queen side, my opponent brings the queen up. I attack, knight comes in. I attack the queen. He takes with check. I hide. He comes in. I take his knight. Knight comes in with check. And if I take here, I know that we are getting threatened. Can you imagine this is what the engine is calculating in this position? Like, I'm not even looking anywhere near what this is. Like, I'm not even going to expect. Wow, this is just funny. And who is better here? White. White is +2 because white still has the threat of taking here and then checkmate. That's funny. The engine, like, this is something that I wouldn't play, not because it's bad, but because I don't understand this and I'm not willing to accept these kinds of weaknesses. Because bishop takes here, I can't just jump here and then go. I'm going for checkmate. There's checkmate here. Okay, so I think you check here. I was thinking the king could come here, but he can't. If he comes in here, what do you do? I don't see it. I don't see it. That's not what I'm looking at anyways. I'm kind of shocked that move wasn't good. This move was also bad. Because my opponent can play rook d1. Isn't that what he played? No, that's not rook d1, sorry. No, I should have played rook d1 instead as an intermezzo move. Okay. So it basically gives my opponent a chance to come back. But this move is rather... I should just take... I mean, I saw that, but I'm like, come on. Oh, because if I take and my opponent takes, I still do have like queen here. And if my opponent steps in here, there's still this. Oh. Oh, there are things. There are things in this position for sure. This position was complex. I'll have to spend more time off stream, like looking at it. Yeah. Oh boy. Chess is hard. I thought I was playing like Magnus Carlsen, and then the engine is like, yeah, you were blundering. In London is an inaccuracy, can you imagine? Okay. So what's the score today? 4 straight wins. And I gained 19 elo. That's good. That's good compared to what I've been doing recently. I know some will be like, if you are doing well, why don't you just keep playing? Sometimes you just have to stop. My head is beginning to ache me, so I have to stop. If it was like a tournament, I would push through the pain, but that's yeah. Okay. So we'll be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be playing viewers and playing puzzles at the same time. So guys, thank you so much for stopping by. You can see more from me on the Discord, as in like we can chat and everything. 4 out of 4 is good for sure. 4 out of 4 definitely is a good score. Then for those on Twitch, I do have a YouTube. Then I do offer coaching. So if you are new to chess and you want coaching, it's not free in case you're wondering. Just email me, we can discuss pricing. I do have like my set pricing, so we can discuss like what we want to do and everything that we have to do within that. So guys, thank you so much. I did enjoy all of you being here. Pilim, Kojoaka, 3, Lagan, who again? I'm sorry if I don't remember the names. Neketh. Wait, back at my chess club, there was an old guy who was insanely good. He only played gambits, and I could never beat him. With time, he became a real rival of mine. And oh yeah, those guys do help you. Those guys do help you. Munashi, thank you for stopping by. I've mentioned Lagan. There was somebody else. There was X something. Okay, Nigel, Game Nigel, thank you for dropping by. X Max, thank you for dropping by. Muhammad, thank you all for dropping by. I did appreciate you being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time. Peace.